Good day everyone. Today we are going to explain the procedures for conducting enclosed space entry for inspections and rescuing a person. Rescue a person in an enclosed space. Enclosed spaces are areas with limited openings for entry and exit, poor natural ventilation, and are not designed for continuous human occupancy. Examples of these include cargo tanks, ballast tanks, fuel tanks, and other confined compartments on board ships. Because of these conditions, enclosed spaces can quickly become dangerous environments. These spaces may contain toxic gases, flammable vapors, or may have oxygen levels that are too low to support life. In many cases, accidents happen not only because of these hazards, but also due to lack of preparation, improper procedures, or failure to follow safety protocols. That's why understanding the correct rescue procedures is very important. At this point, my co-members will continue the discussion by explaining the hazards and causes of enclosed space incidents, followed by the initial emergency response, the proper rescue procedures and equipment, and lastly, the first aid and conclusion.
Hazards and causes. Before conducting any rescue operation, it is important to understand the hazards and common causes of accidents in enclosed spaces. The main hazards inside enclosed spaces include oxygen deficiency, toxic gases, and flammable atmospheres. Oxygen levels below 21% can cause dizziness, unconsciousness, and even death within minutes. Toxic gases such as hydrogen sulfide and carbon monoxide are extremely dangerous because they are often invincible and may not be detected without proper instrument. These gases can quickly overcome a person inside the space. Emergencies usually happen due to poor planning and failure to follow safety procedures. For example, entering without testing the atmosphere, lack of ventilation, or not using proper protective equipment. Another common cause is human error, such as ignoring safety warnings or rushing the job. In some cases, workers may collapse inside, and others attempt rescue without proper equipment, leading to multiple casualties.
Next, we have initial emergency response. In any enclosed space emergency, quick but controlled response is very important to prevent further casualties. In case a person collapses inside a enclosed space, the first action is to raise the alarm immediately, inform the officer in charge or the bridge so that emergency procedure can be activated. It is very important to remember that no one should rush into space without proper protection. Many accidents happen because rescuers enter without breathing apparatus and become victims themselves. After raising the alarm, the situation must be assessed carefully. This includes checking the condition of the casualties, identifying possible hazard, and testing atmosphere if possible. The rescue team must be prepared the necessary equipment before attempting entry. A standby person should remain outside all times to monitor the situation and maintain communication.
Next, we have rescue procedures and equipment. Proper rescue procedures and the use of appropriate equipment are essential to ensure a safe and successful operation. Before entering the enclosed space for rescue, the team must wear proper personal protective equipment. This includes a self-contained breathing apparatus or SCBA, safety harness, helmet, and protective clothing. Rescue equipment such as lifelines, stretchers, tripods, and lifting devices must also be prepared. These tools allow rescuers to retrieve the casualty without unnecessary risk. During the rescue operation, at least one trained rescuer enters the space while being secured with a lifeline. Communication with the standby team outside must be maintained at all times. The casualty should be handled carefully and secured properly before being lifted or removed from the space. The use of mechanical lifting devices reduces risk of injury to both the rescuer and the casualty. It is important that only trained personnel carry out the rescue to ensure safety and prevent additional casualties.
First aid and conclusion. After a successful rescue, providing immediate first aid and proper follow-up action are essential to save casualties' life and prevent future incidents. Once the casualty is removed from enclosed space, first aid must be given immediately. The rescuer should check if the person is breathing and has a pulse. If the casualty is not breathing, CPR should be started right away. Oxygen should be administered if available, as this can help the victim recover more quickly. After providing first aid, the incident must be reported to the proper authorities on board. A full investigation should be conducted to identify the cause and prevent similar accidents in the future. In conclusion, rescuing a person in an enclosed space requires proper training, planning, and equipment. The most important role is never to enter without protection. Safety should always be the top priority. By following correct procedure, we can save lives while ensuring that no additional casualties occur. Thank you for listening.